Most people would feel like the luckiest person in the world if they had the opportunity to wear a historic crown which is decorated with some of the world's finest jewels. But according to Her Majesty herself, the crown which she wears on a few occasions each year weighs a ton. The Queen made the funny revelation when speaking to Alastair Bruce for the BBC television documentary The Coronation, reports MyLondon. What many people do not know is that the Queen uses two crowns. The famous St. Edward's crown, which Her Majesty only wore at her coronation, and the Imperial State Crown, which is brought out each year for the state opening of Parliament. Both crowns are almost always on display to the public in the Jewel House of the Tower of London. But the Imperial State Crown is brought to the Queen on several occasions each year. The public usually see the Queen wearing it at the state opening of Parliament, and it is known that she likes to practice walking with the heavy crown on before she appears before the cameras. She may be Queen Elizabeth II, but she doesn't always have access to the crown. When it isn't available for her to practice wearing, she reportedly practices for the ceremony with a bag of flour of the same weight on her head. When speaking to Mr. Bruce, the Queen spoke candidly about the crown. Describing the crown as unwieldy, the Queen said, "You can't look down to read the speech, you have to take the speech up. Because if you did, your neck would break, it would fall off," she laughed. So there are some disadvantages to crowns, but otherwise they're quite important things. Later in the documentary, Mr. Bruce says, "It's difficult to always remember that diamonds are stones and so they're very heavy." The Queen agreed, "Yes, fortunately my father and I have about the same sort of shaped head. But once you put it on it stays. I mean it just remains on." Royal fans were delighted at how jovial and excitable the Queen was during her appearance. After the crown is delicately placed down by a gloved footman, Mr. Bruce asks if it can be brought closer to the Queen, to which the monarch drags the delicate artifact closer to her and starts moving it around quickly. She exclaims, "This is what I do when I wear it," before adding, "Can I look at this end? I like the Black Prince's ruby."